white lady had dreadlocks, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to see this movie anymore.
Oh yeah. The Wachowski sister, the single one that is.
The witch hat. Dude, that's so funny that like she's like she kind of looks like a witch, and her name is Wachowski.
What's Wachowski?
Wachowski,
Yeah.
like
I think it's Lana.
like a transphobic dude would be like, "What Chowski are you?"
I like the idea of like an Irish Chicago guy who's also transphobic being like, Wachowski, Polish and trans? What the fuck?
How do you fucking get? How are you even alive?
You're just pissed. Just like, you should be fucking dead. Everybody knows he's like saying this at a fucking like a Portillo's.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're standing in line.
Yeah, they're dipping a pile of meat for him in cheese sauce.
Little does he know that.
He's like, why aren't you dead?
Yeah, little does he know
crazy.
that when trans people are good, because the good die young.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
From self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Yeah.
Or self-inflicted hanging themselves, or self-inflicted slitting their wrists.
I mean, yeah, those are all ways to kill yourself.
It's mostly just like killing themselves. Because people are being terrible to them.
Self-inflicted ripping your head off of your body.
Yeah.
I don't think you can self-inflict that, man. I think there's got to be an outside force.
There is some outside forces for sure.
Self-inflicted getting struck by lightning randomly.
Dude, I knew this girl in high school that got struck by lightning twice.
She's
an
anomaly. That's actually really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Was she trans?
Can I just?
Huh? Was she what?
Trans?
Is she trans?
No. But she had a lazy eye.
Oh,
That's close enough.
Kind of.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like trans looking.
It'd be funny if she had the lazy eye before she got struck by lightning. She got struck by lightning once and fixed it, and then the second time she got struck by lightning, it fucked up her eye again.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like how like it would be so cool if trans people had like powers, like they could control the weather.
It'd be cool if trans people were like
sick.
the Jewish people of America.
Trans people are like X-Men. Like X-Men are real and they're all trans people.
Was X-Men? Well, that's what the Matrix is basically about.
I guess, yeah.
Like, all those movies are literally about trans people having superpowers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And like how trans people are the only ones that would realize that they're in a matrix.
Yeah. Neo and Trinity are both trans.
Yeah.
I saw the most upsetting thread about like the new movie, and it wasn't even because like the movie was great. It was just like this guy was just being retarded about live tweeting this movie. He just like didn't get it.
Did you think it was good? I saw a lot of people saying it was terrible.
A lot of people said it was terrible. I've seen it twice. I watched it twice on HBO Max. I gotta watch it again, because in my honest opinion, like from from watching it 2 times, I didn't think it was bad. I just think I think that they were like reaching a little too hard on some of the stuff that they were like trying to do, and I think they just executed a lot of the like concepts poorly. Like the script is kind of dog shit, but I think like I think there was something there, but because of like how it was executed, it's just kind of like, oh, it's playing on like what's it called? That thing that people feel when they see like a cartoon they watched as a kid. What's that word?
Oh, nostalgia.
Yeah, it like because it feels like it's playing on nostalgia, but it feels like it's doing so tongue in cheek. But it also feels like the reason that they're doing it is like because of the context of the movie. And so it feels like it's very layered for a lot of convoluted and like stupid reasons. And so like I got to watch it again and really like wrap my head around it. But I didn't think it was an awful movie. I don't think it was like a great movie, but I do think it was a fun movie to like watch, and like it didn't piss me off as a fan of The Matrix.
Right.
Yeah.
I rewatched the Sopranos movie recently. We can get back to The Matrix, by the way, and I'm interrupting, but
Very good.
I watched the Sopranos movie again recently, because like at first I liked it. I was like, I don't know why people fucking hate it. I mean, it just was like, oh, Christopher's there, but I watched it again and I was like, oh yeah, this is fucking real bad. This is dog shit. I was just excited to see it. Like,
Yeah, and that's the thing that sucks about a lot of these things that are like coming out is that like there's vision clouded by a lot of things, and that's why like I don't believe all the people who say that it sucks. Just because like I don't know, I think a lot of people went in expecting it to suck or expecting it to be like good, and then their like expectations were either proved or disproved, and they got pissed off about it or really excited about it. And so like I don't know, I went into watching it going like, yeah, if it sucks, it sucks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then I just kind of like got confused for a little bit and was like, all right, well, we're gonna just have to watch this more than once and figure out what really like
what's going on?
like the intention more so what actually happens. Because with the Sopranos movie, I feel like a lot of the intention was just like, oh yeah, let's like do Tony Soprano young and make some money off of this. And I don't know what the intention of the new Matrix was, other than like maybe some money and also just like I don't know, let's make another one. Because the first three were done by the sisters, like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And this last one was only done by one of them. So,
Which is weird. That's weird to me. That like they're sisters, right? Like they're both twins, aren't they?
yeah,
Or
they're
some shit
twin
like
sisters, and they're both trans.
that is kind of crazy, dude. Like I mean, I guess that would be like a good like example of maybe I don't know. I don't even know. Like, because people don't think being transgender is environmental, right?
No,
No,
I don't wanna
people
put my
think it's like a mixture a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth.
I don't
but
know
like,
enough about transness to really like speak on it, other than
Right,
what
that's
other
what-
trans people in my life have like told
I've
me.
listened to Ben Shapiro talk about trans people a couple times, and it's definitely. I mean, it's the same with everything. Is like a mix of like genetics and like environment, you know.
mhm.
Well, I think
And
it's
it'd
kind of
be
like
foolish
being,
to ignore either of those. Like everyone's
Yeah.
lived experience is different, but ultimately to round all of them up and like it'd be like, well, these two factors play a big part.
it's kind of like being black,
Yeah, like your
Yeah.
environment can make you black,
right?
but you also
Right.
can be
That's why-
born black.
Right. That's why we
Right.
have Chris here, and then like
Yeah.
Real shit, dude. No, the other day I met someone from Columbus on Twitter, and I told him
Yeah.
like what neighborhood I live in, and
Mhm.
they were just like, oh, "Okay, I'm probably never gonna hang out." And I was just like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, but I think it's cool. I don't know. I thought it was cool to watch. I didn't like that Neil Patrick Harris was in it. I don't like that there's like a weird revival of that guy.
Neil Patrick Harris most famous for like playing a rapist on TV and How I Met Your Mother.
Was
Wait,
he a
I wanted
rapist
to-
in that show.
I mean, he would do shit like trick girls into sex.
We
and,
talked
like,
about this on the show already. Like
Did we?
recently. Yeah. This got brought up already. But I'm also using that to put my foot in the door and say this about the sisters. Totally like congratulations to both of them for being their true selves, but totally missed the opportunity to only have one of them be trans, because then people wouldn't have to ask you like, oh, what'd you look like before you transitioned? You know, you could see like both in real time and be like, oh, cool. Like, you know,
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
one less
if-
like annoying question for the trans
Yeah,
sister.
It'd be very fun to like pull up and someone's like, "Oh my god, you really do pass.
Yeah, like that's what you look like before.
You're doing great."
And then the guy's like, hey, come on, I'm right here. Like,
Yeah. No, well, the thing about like Neil Patrick Harris is it's like he was in the new Matrix movie. He's gonna be in the new Nicolas Cage movie that I'm like hyped about.
I'm so hyped for that movie.
Yo,
like,
yes!
unbelievably.
Wait. There's a new Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah,
coming
and
out?
he plays himself.
What?
Yeah,
It looks-
he plays himself as like a
When-
broke like movie star.
When does
Yeah.
that come out?
April 22nd.
April
Something
22nd.
like that.
Dude, we have to go. That's gonna be the first movie we see in New York City.
Yeah, we should be
yeah,
there by then.
yeah, the first movie that we all see together.
Hey.
No, but that's a movie that like I've never been so excited for a movie to come out in my life. Maybe Dune, but also more so just like this Nicolas Cage movie that looks insanely good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, cause dude, honestly, Hollywood has been on kind of like a losing streak, like
Yeah.
at least for like the big budget things that you see like coming out. Like streaming services can come out with like Heat, or you'll find like older movies. At least that's what I've been doing. But
Yeah.
like to see like a new trailer and be genuinely excited felt so good. I was
Oh
like,
my God, yeah.
holy
Well,
shit.
And the thing that's crazy too is if I remember correctly, Nicolas Cage agreed to do the movie. It wasn't written by him. I don't even think he was like a producer on it.
Oh really?
Let me look this up, because I believe what happened was these two kids were like, "Hey, we want you to do this movie that we wrote," and he was like they've been bothering him about it for years, and like a couple years, and he was just like, yeah, fine. I'll do it. But I think one of the things that like made him agree to actually do it was the only way he could like do it is if the kids would like get John Woo, who directed Face Off, to like let him use the gold-plated guns and like have them from Face Off.
Yeah.
That's not as cool to either of you as it is to me.
Yeah, man. I was like, yeah, man. Face Off, movie I've definitely never heard of.
Wait, have you never heard of or
No.
seen Face Off?
No.
Dude, that's a movie. Cave, have you seen it?
A while ago, but parts of it, like I didn't see the whole thing. Like,
So the whole concept of the
Sounds
movie, and it was Michael Douglas was an executive producer on this, and it was directed by
That's
John
fantastic.
Woo, and John Woo directed Mission Impossible 2. If you guys have seen that movie,
nope.
dude, he's like one of the best action directors of all time. Literally, like so incredible.
I mean, if he was working like the golden era of like that
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of
yeah.
action movie.
Here's the thing. I believe you. I don't know.
But yeah, so Face Off is literally the whole story is Nicolas Cage is a bad guy. John Travolta is a good guy, right? John Travolta is like a cop who's like trying to get trying to lock up Nicolas Cage and his brother. And to do this, what they do is they to get all this like info or whatever, they switch John Travolta's face with Nicolas Cage's face. So John Travolta plays Nicolas Cage playing this character, right?
Yep.
So then he goes undercover as Nicolas Cage to like try and get more information to like find this bomb that's planted somewhere or whatever. And Nicolas Cage wakes up without his face and like kills all of the surgeons and like forces them to put John Travolta's face on his face. And then he goes and steals John Travolta's life. Yeah. And so it's Nicolas Cage playing John Travolta playing Nicolas Cage, and then it's John Travolta playing Nicolas Cage playing John Travolta, and it is like probably one of the coolest movies of all time, solely from like a talent like aspect.
The parts of it that I've seen, like just like either they just had me losing my mind. I was like, how is this movie real? Like,
it's insanely awesome. And
no, it's great, dude. The boat scene at the end is like one of my favorite things I've seen in a movie. Like,
dude, it's so sick. But yeah, so like but in that movie Nicolas Cage has like the coolest like gold plated guns ever. And John Woo like kept them after the movie. And so like the one agreement I think that Nicolas Cage like made to do this movie is that if he got to like have those guns again.
That's awesome.
Which is hard because I don't think John Woo's making movies anymore.
Yeah, so he had to kind of like step back into the scene to do it.
Something like that. Pretty crazy. Pretty cool shit.
Oh yeah. No, definitely looking forward to that one.
You're watching the Movie Guys podcast.
Dude,
I like this. I love when we do movies.
Dude, if we did a face off like with the three of us, we'd all look so fucked up with like someone else's face on our bodies.
If Cave had my face, that'd be so funny.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would not match your body at all because I have like a really fat fucking face.
Well, no, they change your body to look like whoever's face you're taking, so you can actually.
Gabe, you're gonna have to baby me. Gabe fat as shit. That'd be pretty cool.
No,
Fat Cave would be awesome.
Fat Gabe would be so funny.
dude, if I was fat, I would fucking slit my throat. In
You
front of
couldn't
both of you
handle
guys.
it, and that's okay.
That's
But it
so
would be
funny.
very funny.
It's hilarious that you can't handle it to me.
No, dude, I could not do it. I really couldn't. I'm not ashamed to say that I could not be fat, man.
No,
I
man,
first
that's
lose
okay.
my mind.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, everybody knows the old adage, fat men are okay, fat women aren't.
I mean,
Yeah.
how am I supposed to recreate the boat scene from Face Off if I'm fat? The boat's just gonna sink.
A woman
Right.
the other day told me that women shouldn't be fat, and then said
women have told me that.
fat people should die. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, well, not you. Like men can be fat. And I was like, good save. And she's like, no, seriously, men can be fat.
No, that's really how people look at it. Like,
It's like a
it
cultural
really is easy
conditioning
for us.
thing, though.
Well, I think if a man is fat, or not like fat, but like if a man's like a husky dude, like I think that like shows some sort of like softness, but also hardness. I don't know. There's like something to it.
I think it's like a couple of things. It's like, yeah, you have like, it's like a comfort thing. I think it like kind of, I don't know, like kind of like feels like a protector, you know? And it's like
Yeah.
also someone that like isn't someone that like you probably like assume is like gonna kind of just like be, you know, in for the long haul too, you know? You think
Right.
like, I don't know, you see in relationships like not all the time, but some of the times, you know, people settle in and like, you know, both people will put on like some weight, you know, because like they're comfortable in a relationship. So I think that's like a signal too.
Well, I think part of it is like a big man is an anchor.
Yeah. Like literally, you like if you are out at sea and the current's taking you somewhere, you could just tell them to jump in the water and the boat's not going to move anymore.
Well, here's the thing about it, is on land we're anchors. At sea, we're there to float for you.
Yeah, we're buoyant.
We'll be your boat. We'll be your boat.
Yeah,
That
you would
blows
need
my mind that you guys would float in the water.
No, yeah.
You would sink. You don't have enough body
You would
fat.
think, yeah, I'm buoyant as fuck, bro.
There was a time in my life where I couldn't float because I didn't have enough body fat on me.
There
I
was
can
never,
float. I
there
can
was
float on my
never a
back.
time in my life where I couldn't float. I'll be honest. I
couldn't
and
float on my
swimming-
back until probably 18 years old.
I remember
Really?
when I was 8 taking swimming lessons. I was one of the best floaters in the goddamn school. And I remember it went in like order, and it was like different sea animals that you were, and basically the entire part of the otters that I was in was floating, right?
Yeah.
And I was just the star pupil, bro. I was so good at treading water and floating.
I was never a good swimmer. I could not float very well. I was a bad diver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of sucked at swimming lessons, but I could dance like no other.
Yeah.
See, I was always comfortable in the pool. I'll be honest. I'm really good in the pool.
I'm not bad.
I didn't learn how to
at
swim
the
till
waters. Yeah.
I didn't learn how to swim till I was 13 or 14 because I thought my dad was going to kill me.
Yeah. I think you might have told this on the podcast.
I probably did mention it, but yeah, I was always scared. He'd be like, "I'll teach you how to swim." And I was like, "No, you're gonna put me underwater and hold me down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think my uncle
A
just threw
therapist
me
would
into a
love to
lake.
get a hold of that. A therapist would love to get a hold of that kid.
Yeah, a therapist would love you, Cave. They'd put you on so many drugs and ruin your life.
They would ruin your perfect little brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, no, I would.
Never get help.
Don't.
No,
yeah,
I would-
honestly, don't get help.
Don't get help. There's
I never. Here's the thing. I don't want it. I do not trust those fucking people like at all.
I love
Well,
my therapist.
I guess
He's
not that you don't
bored,
trust
but
them.
I don't see him anymore because I'm just kind of. If I did,
Yeah.
he'd tell me I'm fine.
Yeah.
and you're
Oh.
not.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's not that. It's like I'd be like, yeah, this is my rationale, and like I know that it's wrong. And he's like, oh, so you're fine. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So I just
Yeah, he'd be like,
stopped going to see him.
He'd be like,
Yeah.
can you still float in the pool? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, okay, yeah. What the fuck are you doing here?
If I
I've
saw
pretty much.
my like childhood doctor though, he'd probably be scared.
Oh, my childhood doctor would be so ashamed. Here's the thing. I mean, I've pretty much gotten myself to the point where I'm not gonna kill myself, and that's about all I need, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like to know I'm not gonna do that right now.
Yeah, that's actually like the best thing to like realize.
Right, is to know that like, yeah, I mean, like as much as like I think about it, like I got shit I kind of want to do, and I'm probably not gonna end up killing myself right now. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's I can be as miserable as I want.
Yeah.
But as long as I'm not gonna do that,
Yeah.
we're
It's
chilling.
Yeah.
Chris, did you get
Yeah.
your mic set up? Your new one?
No. I gotta go buy the wire
Okay. Cool.
still, so it might sound the same. But guys, there isn't no mic coming.
No, you're good.
I
I
was
just
actually-
was wondering if you figured it out on your own.
No. I was about to go buy the shit tonight when I went and bought
Oh, yeah.
drugs.
I wanted to say with the headspace things. I think the best headspace to be in is like where you're like you think about killing yourself every day, and like you
Right.
almost like romanticize it, and you think about it like in a past relationship sort of way, but like also like the possibility is still very real, but like you also like you feel like something like very big is going to happen in your life like very soon, and it like gives you butterflies, makes you feel like you're fucking crazy, but like you know that like something is going to happen and you don't know what it is or when it's going to happen, but like there's like comfort in that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now, and it feels weird, and I don't know why, but it's nice to like you go like 1 minute you're like, yeah, it'd be like kind of cool to just like fucking just take off, bye, but
Yeah.
also we'll just like wait and see.
It's cool
What
to
happens.
have a permanent solution to a temporary problem or whatever. Like it's nice to know that
Yeah.
it's like a good backup plan.
Yeah,
No,
you have
literally-
a kill switch if you want to like just like
If you
call
really
it,
want to
you know?
do it, you can
And
just
the-
do
and-
it. But like it's
and-
cool
and-
to be like, hold on.
Well, and it's sincerely, it's made it easier for me to chase shit. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
it's made it easier for me to feel very comfortable with the fact that I could just go to New York. Right, this could totally not work out. I could be 35, have absolutely nothing, but all I have to do is shoot myself in the head, and it's over. It doesn't matter.
And at least I tried.
There's a pocket that your suicidal thoughts like sit in that like motivates you more than like someone actually holding a gun to your head like ever
Yeah.
could.
Well, it's,
I don't
it's
know.
the
It feels
metaphorical
really
holding
weird.
a gun to your own head.
Yeah, but like if like your life was immediately threatened, you know, like I don't know. There's like something where I feel like there's just like a fire lit under my ass right now, like in like a really good way. But part of that I think is like just incessant like depressing thoughts.
One time, sometimes I think about killing myself, but here's how I know that I don't want to die just yet. Is when I'm driving down the street and my car starts spinning out on ice. And I have a lit cigarette in my mouth, and I can't see out of any of my windows because my heat doesn't work in my car.
Right.
And in that moment, I just feel all of the G-force from my stomach just being thrown to the left, and I'm spinning, and time freezes for 1 second, and in my head, I'm just like, I have so much that I want to do.
No, literally driving on the road and getting like brake checked or something is such like a good like mental state check.
Yeah,
Like honestly,
because
like where you're like,
if you don't care
where
in
you're
that
like-
moment, you're like, oh, I should just die maybe. But
Right,
if you
well, yeah,
if you
'cause, no,
care, it's a good indicator to be like, oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Dude, no, I want to say I think there's something more freeing because like right now I'm in a place where like if I was in that position I'd just be like, yeah, like it's cool, whatever. Like I don't know, I feel very like comfortable with just like, yeah, like I'm coming out of like a very bad point and bad time in my life. And like I don't know, man, like the thought of dying just doesn't really like evoke like any like, oh yeah, like I want to be. It's like, well, if I died, people would just like talk about like, oh, he had so much potential and we never got to see like what happened. And
Yeah.
I think I can live with that right now, you know.
Well,
But like if I'm 30 and I have nothing to show for the shit that like
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
doing,
for sure.
then it'd be like, yeah, it's probably time to like fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a countdown to 27 right now. I'm like fucking go mode, right?
If-
I'm not stopping right now.
For me, it's like, I don't know. It's not a feeling of like, oh my god, I need to like stay alive. For me, it's more of like, you know, when you like have a decision you have to make. Like you have a decision that you have to make, and you're like gonna flip a coin between the two things.
Yeah.
and then
And
it
you flip it
lands,
and you're like, what is it?
and it lands on the one that you like. It lands on it, and then you're like a little disappointed.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, that's what I like really want. That's like the feeling that I have, where it's just like, oh, I could die right now, but like, I don't think that's what I want right now.
Yeah. That's like a beautiful way to realize that, though. Is like to have that thought fresh in your mind to keep you going.
Yeah. And so, like, to me, like, that's just like where I'm at. Is like,
Yeah.
it. Sometimes I think about it all the time,
Yeah.
but sometimes I'm like, what if the podcast takes off, or what if I do well at stand up, or what if I get some like good pussy,
Do that. Yeah, that thought alone is like keeping me here right now.
dude. The idea to me of like getting some good pussy and then maybe going domestic, like that kind of
really
hits
that's
me
keeping
sometimes.
you going.
Yeah, sometimes.
No, that terrifies me. That terrifies me.
No, there
Wait,
was a point in
what's
my
going
life when I was cool with
domestic?
it. No, like becoming a
Yeah.
father and like having a house payment, and like just living like an ordinary life.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I don't get
no,
that.
dude, there is something like kind of comforting about that feeling. I think about that sometimes too. Like,
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. When I was in my last relationship, I felt like that sometimes.
Yeah, where it's just like there's a point when you're like, oh, I actually could do that.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. But then, but what happens is, at least for me, like I felt that way about someone, and then like it's over, and you're like, I'm really glad I didn't make that decision.
Yeah, no, that happened to me when I was like 20. That's like
Right.
why I started like doing stand up actually. Was because I
You're
was
like-
just like, oh, I don't actually want that. That's why I dropped out of school. That's why I like started doing stand up. That's why I started like posting online more. Was because I
Right.
realized like, oh, I can't have that life with the person I wanted it with. Now it's time for me to move on and just do something different and be like the best cool guy I can be.
Right, and that's where I'm at, unfortunately.
It's real 40-year-old guy mentality. It's like, I'm going to buy
Yeah.
a Corvette and drive around a high school parking lot. Like that's
Yeah.
like what that's like what it becomes. Like once
yeah,
you
well, now
lose
it's like
that
you're just
moment.
you're posting videos for 18-year-olds online. I mean, we all are.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. I'm appeasing some like racist like 15-year-olds like thing. Like they're excited that I like post something retarded.
Yeah, they're like, you're my spirit animal.
Yeah, I love the DMs I get when people are like, "Bro, you're so funny, bro. Merry Christmas." I'm like, "Thank you." Like
Yeah.
knowing that I'm here now doing that when like 4 years ago I was like ready to settle down with a woman 2 years older than me. It's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I guess never had that prospect, but it's okay. I don't know. I think about like, the alternative might not be so bad. You find like a nice woman to settle down with, and like, maybe in our 30s I'll like be like, hey, I know we've never done this before, but I kind of want to try like eating your ass or something. You find like a
Yeah.
chick like that.
Right.
And like you keep things like interesting, throughout the rest of your life, and then you'll like die.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What if we go to a bar and find the youngest woman we can find tomorrow, and we bring her home, and she can eat your pussy out, and then I can just watch? How about that? Let's keep it interesting.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, like, yeah. What if we go to the bar, but we go at separate times, and I watch you from across the bar, and you just find like the coolest looking dude in there, and then you just like go fuck him in your car, and then you come back into the bar and keep on drinking and just pretend that I'm not even there. Like, do you want to do that? I know we're like 37, but
What if I pretended to kidnap you from the bar? What if I roofied you at the bar and pretended to kidnap you?
yeah. And like people were trying to stop me and being like, "Hey, this girl's too drunk. Like, stop trying to drag her out of here." And then I'm like, "No, she's my wife." And then no one believes me.
Yeah, I
I'm
have to
sorry,
get
I'm
myself
imagine-
out
I'm
of this
imagining-
sticky situation. I have to tell everyone. I have to break confidence between the two of us, and tell everyone that you're my wife, despite this being our fantasy.
I'm imagining a guy that's like, it's his first time date raping, right? And he's like dragging a girl out by her feet, like trying to like pull. And everybody's just like, what are you doing?
He like drugs her too much.
Right.
And so
she's
now
completely
everything's just
passed
going
out.
wrong. Yeah.
Right. She's completely passed out, and he's like trying to like he has her by the ankles, and everybody's like, "Fucking stop, man! What? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Don't worry. And he's like dragging her
worry,
through the
buddy.
snow and shit.
He like comes back with a wheelbarrow, and somebody's like, "I'm gonna shoot you if you don't stop."
He goes and gets his car and backs it up to the door.
Yeah, right, and he's got like a wheelbarrow, and finally someone just has to like shoot him in the head.
It'd be funny if there's like a couple guys who are just like, "Hey, do you need help, bro?"
Now there's three of you trying to drag her.
There's three guys carrying this woman.
No, but what if she's like a heavy woman and she's really hard to move?
She's got like a big fucking head too, and the guy at the top.
She's got a big head.
This
She's got a water
sucks.
head. Dude, oh my god, I'm not drunk enough for this, man.
Yeah, they're just like, we fuck this, and they just leave her in a snowbank and go get drunk together, and now he's made two friends.
Yeah, and then they all go home and fuck each other.
Yeah, then they all have gay sex.
And then the lady wakes up the next morning. No one got her out of the snow.
Yeah.
They just left her there overnight.
She gets picked up by an ambulance because the mailman finds her, and now she's got to get 2 of her legs amputated, and like 3 fingers are lost because it was like -30.
Because of the drugs and the frostbite, her head swelled up even more. So even though she had a water head, it's even bigger now.
And the water froze.
Yeah, her head is rock solid. Like, ma'am, do you have a steel plate in your head from a surgery or something? Huh?
She just starts drowning because the water melts.
The water's melting. They're like, ma'am, are you crying?
She's like gargling and choking on the water.
Yeah, and then she dies in the ambulance. And that is a metaphor for life.
That's basically what the Matrix is.
Yeah,
I think
that's like
it'd be
what
really
being
cool
trans
to-
is like.
I think it'd be really, cool to have a metal plate in your head, right? And you're in the pool and you stick your head underwater, and then you can't pull it back up and you drown. like the metal plate is so heavy it keeps you underwater.
I think it'd be funny
I know
if
that
you had a metal plate in your head and you were murdered by someone and then just buried on a beach. And then someone with a metal detector comes by to find some loose change, and then they just find your bones.
Dude, to be discovered 20 years after I die would be beautiful.
Dude, this is gonna happen. 5-piece,
Five-piece luggage
Hudson
set,
River.
dude.
That is what's happening when you die at the bagel place. So we're chopping you up and
Cave
putting
and I
you
are
in a
chopping
fucking
you up.
5-piece.
For context,
We're not even gonna tell your family. We're just gonna be like, yeah, we don't know.
Listen to the other episodes.
No, what I was about to say for context on that, guys, you can sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/whoupod.
Yes.
About 2 weeks ago, we talked about all of our deaths and how they're going to happen.
Yeah,
You should
and,
get behind it and
and
check
you
that
can
out.
get behind it for at least $1. See if you like it.
Yeah.
If you fucking hate it, you don't
Yeah,
have to
see
pay
if you-
$1 the next month.
No.
Right, it's $1. It's $1.
Right,
Check
But
us
if you
out.
really
Help me.
like it, you can move up to $5, and you can help us be better.
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, if we don't hit at least $5,000 by the time we move to New York City, we're gonna have to get jobs, and that's gonna be a real inconvenience for me, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
how is Chris going to get up from the couch in the living room and walk to his bedroom to lay on his bed and do telemarketing work
Right,
with a
my
little
life
fucking
is so
Bluetooth
hard.
headset?
How are Chris and I supposed to go do stand-up when Chris has to work the sex phone lines in New York City?
Right.
Yeah.
How
It's
how
ridiculous,
are
man.
we supposed to get drunk during the day, do coke, and then go do stand-up comedy for 14 minutes? If you
How
guys
am I
are fucking paying us.
How am I supposed to be the New York white boy, hood rich fashion icon that New York needs? The first white guy to wear black Tims with every outfit, even if it doesn't match. Big ass black Tims. They look like fucking clown shoes on me.
How?
But
Yeah, you go. Sorry.
yeah. No, it's okay.
Okay.
But how am I supposed to do that if you're not paying? And the Patreon, there's a whole week's worth of episodes from our trip over the summer. We did a bunch in person. Some of our best work to date.
Very
So check it out.
Also, how am I supposed to stalk Julia Fox? Is it Julia or Julie Fox? Julia Fox. How am I supposed to stalk Julia Fox from Uncut Gems in New York City if we don't live there and I have to go to work every day? How am I supposed to follow Patrick from Pod About List down the street and watch him skateboard from a distance if I have to go to work every day while I live in New York?
Dude, and here's the thing is like the other Clay and Chris, their jobs aren't going to be so bad. You're going to really make a guy like me work in a fucking warehouse in New York City.
That's so
I
true.
mean, come on, dude. Like, there's not a lot of prospects for a guy like me.
Honestly,
I can't go back to that. These guys are gonna have work from home gigs. I can't go to a New York warehouse, man. They're gonna make fun of me.
Another thing is,
It's gonna be a bunch of guys that look like Chris and I making fun of a guy who looks like Cave.
Yeah, except they're all gonna be
In New
fucking
York.
Dominican or something.
Yeah, they're all gonna be like Italian, Dominican, or fucking retarded. We
Yeah.
don't need that working condition.
And I don't know
for
how to talk to those people.
He's
What do you even say to them? Yeah.
Cave's unvaccinated. They're gonna make fun of him for that.
They're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, whoa! You didn't get your chopped cheese with your vaccination."
Hey man, how you going out bars? How you going out bars? How you go out bars without vaccination?
Yeah.
How you do that,
like,
man?
How you actually do that? Can you please? How you actually you go? How you do that? I'm Dominican. I'm sorry.
If we can't live off of the Patreon money, how are we supposed to pay for Duolingo so we can speak Spanish to the guys at the bodegas?
Yeah.
Well, another thing is, as this podcast grows, it's going to be much harder for us to get a job without about it.
That's so true.
And yeah, they're not going to hire us. We say some really bad things on here.
Yeah,
we do it for you. We say all this stuff. And it's something we wouldn't say in our personal lives. We only do it because you guys.
Right.
Well,
right.
I don't know.
I mean, if you really don't like me and you want me to get in trouble, go on the Patreon. I say the N-word hard R on there multiple times.
Yeah, pay for
every
it.
episode.
Pay for it. Comb through every single episode for a few months, and figure out whether or not he really says the N-word in one of them.
Because I do, like in a couple.
Yeah, he
of them.
does. Yeah, in a couple of them, hard R N-word.
Yeah,
right there. You can ruin his life with it.
They asked me to edit it out, and I said no. I stand by
said no.
everything
He
I
said,
say on this
"What the
show
fuck is
because
wrong
everything
with
I
you?"
say is real and not a joke.
Right. We mean everything we say on here. That's one of those things.
Think about the power you wield with that. You have what? 10 followers. Wouldn't it feel so good to take down an account that's on the verge of 20K?
Yeah, like it hasn't happened to me 2 times before.
Yeah, don't you want to do that to him? Listen to all of the Patreon episodes and find the N-word hard R.
That's right. Enough about Patreon though. Actually, no. Chris had something he wanted to say, and then we can move on.
Did I have something I wanted to say?
You did. I cut you off, and I feel bad.
I don't really care, to be honest. Just give us the money, please.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I'm kidding. That sounded really desperate. I'm just joking.
it
please.
is. We are really desperate.
We are really
You
desperate,
can see
actually.
by our Twitter accounts how gay Chris is and how desperate I am and how depressed Cave is. And
wait, why am I the gay one?
because you say a lot of really gay stuff.
You are
What gay stuff do I say? What gay stuff do I say online?
You said something about being like a radical leftist, and I know you'd say now that it's ironic, but
It is. Well,
Dude, you said you were like a communist fag into space last night, unironically.
yeah, you love telling people that you have leftist
I've been
politics.
reading too much. I've been reading too much, man. I don't know what you want from me. I can't help it that I'm finding these politics that I like. You don't have to call me gay.
Yeah, but then you save face by saying it's ironic, and just own up to being a faggot.
I'm starting to. I'm just a faggot.
You are, and that's okay.
I liked what I said earlier that Pete Davidson might as well be called COVID the way he's getting passed around.
That's pretty good. I hope they feature that on the Weekend Update.
Me too. I added Michael Che in it and started fucking screaming and calling him the N-word. So hopefully it'll get around.
Remember when I messaged him on the off season?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
And he ignored me.
Yeah.
The least he could have done was be like, "Hey, man, the show's not going on right now."
Yeah.
And then he could have kept it in his back pocket, but no.
Ridiculous, man.
Son of a bitch.
Once I get a writing job on there, it's over.
Oh, for sure. The second I get any kind of writing job, we'll probably just.
I wonder if I could finesse myself a writing job on I'm not gonna. You know what? Maybe I'll talk about this later. Maybe I'll bring this up later.
Maybe we bring this up later.
Maybe we can talk about it
Maybe,
off the
maybe
mic.
we can talk about it off mic whenever.
Maybe I can
Yeah.
finesse myself a little writing job on something that someone is doing.
This is why we. This is why. This is why we need. This is why we need like to talk twice a week.
Yeah, we do need to talk more. We don't really talk anymore. The only
yeah,
time we talk is like playing Fortnite, but at that point, most of what we say is like ops, smoke, the N-word, something about Indian people.
Tyler telling us that he's getting gay surgery or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's like, oh yeah, I love Billie Eilish. She's the most talented artist ever. She's better than
William's
The
like, my 17-year-old girlfriend's calling. I'll be back.
That's
Dude,
me.
I'm not even there.
That. I do the 17-year-old girlfriend thing. And she's not 17. She's 22.
Dude, Chris, I'm back to December 22nd. Your profile is pretty gay.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Read that shit. Read that shit.
Hold
He tweeted December 22nd at 7:27 p.m. It's so sad when a thug like me cries.
Oh, that's funny. Fuck
That
you.
is actually funny. You gotta find like the real gay tweets where it's like,
Yeah, you gotta find the one it's like 3 in the morning.
No, not even those. It's like the ones where it's like he's like, I love politics.
I don't do that much.
You did tweet, I eat like Midwestern trash.
I do. I eat cheese sauce a lot. I like how I tweeted, sometimes I'll stare at myself in the mirror until I get pissed off, and some girl said, "Pissed that you're so beautiful," and she doesn't fucking follow me. She's just like being nice for no reason. Dumb bitch.
Inside,
when I smoke pot, I
too.
turn into a demon.
Oh,
That's gotta be
this
in it.
one. This is a good one. Hot take. I should be rich and hot.
For real.
That's one.
That's not gay.
That's pretty gay.
That is pretty gay.
I like the one where you're making fun of the IDF soldiers because one of them is fat.
the no offense, but your foreheads are fucking huge or something like that.
No. It says
Dude,
you guys have
wait.
wide necks. No offense, and only one of them has a weird.
Dude,
fucking, like,
speaking
anything.
Dude, speaking of big foreheads, I'm gonna make Doink Patrol my them friend.
What else do you have here? Oh, you tweeted the link to Sleep. That was pretty gay. Here's the gay one that I could talk about for hours. The Who Pub members other than me are FBI plants. All right. Gay to talk about stuff like that. All right. It's a psyop. All right. That's also gay. To stop me and my radical leftist goals. Also very gay.
Does that not read sarcastic as hell?
No, here's the thing. Does it read sarcastic as hell? No. Because you're you.
Nah, man.
Do I know that you meant it in a sarcastic voice? Absolutely. Do I know what you meant? Yeah. Does it read that way? Not to me.
You did. You just tweeted, "I'm a psychopath" on December 18th.
One of your best tweets to me is sometimes I stare at myself in the mirror until I get pissed off. That was really good.
I thought that one was very funny.
Yeah.
That's just what I was doing. I was really mad.
Oh,
I like
dude,
the 2022 trend, the in fucking me, out non fucking me.
Dude, on December 17th, you tweeted, "I gotta practice DMing girls."
I need a woman to fix me at soon.
I know exactly how you're tweeting
this
these.
Is
this
such
is so
a
funny
good.
to
Hold
read
on, this
through
is
them.
so funny. 7 a.m. and my ass is being crazy.
Man,
I'm just on here to smoke weed and talk shit.
You tweeted, "I've decided to become a problem," and then 2 tweets before that, you said, "I can't think of anything to tweet."
Hold on. What about everyone? Wow, I love sitting. It's so funny. Jesus Christ,
I
hold my
just got
beer.
to
I
that
got
one.
this.
Dude, downloaded Tinder again, 10 likes. Bro, you gotta delete some of that shit, man.
Nah,
I
man,
really
keep
like
it
the
up,
I
dude. Put it
tiptoe
on the
places
record.
sometimes. I'm retweeting that. That's so funny. Some of these are gold, man. Oh no. This one's fucking gay. It's the yerba mate and the twisted tea.
I saw that one. I just glossed
Breakfast.
over that.
That was funny to me. I don't care.
Dude, it's like we were saying the other day in the chat. Who you tweeting for, Big OG?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because I
here's
know
the
you'll be
thing.
doing
I
it
know
for
that
your
I got
mama.
some gay tweets out there.
I was about to say, I'm about to start reading the ones that are just like boob smiley face.
That's not even a gay tweet. Here's a gay tweet: poop casting and then a selfie. Will you be my Batrix? That's fucking terrible. That's awful. 13 likes on that. I have 18K. Awful rating.
No, you gotta let the lobies slide. You know, that's how you build up to the heater. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. I like this one a lot. No one else did. I'm gonna throw up all over the floor and blame it on a ghost.
That's pretty.
It's pretty fucking funny.
I don't see what these bitches see. That was honestly underrated tweet.
Now you're just gassing up your own tweets.
Nah, dude, they're low key on fire.
Dude, my one, I'm gonna guess at mine though. The one that's like, so you're transgender and I spelled it wrong or whatever. Okay, well, I guess I'll shoot myself in the head. I'll fucking kill myself. I'll
I'm trying
fucking
to
do
find
it.
some of my gay tweets from earlier. Yeah, I mean the snow cocaine, the cocaine, snow.
The snow
jokes,
cocaine is really funny.
They're stupid. They're really bad.
Bro.
Oh, I didn't realize I got so many likes on this tweet. It's just a thoughty tweet. It's just a screenshot that says, "I'm a teen. I have a messy room. I spend most of my time online. I go to bed late, and I'm crazy about one person." It's deleted.
Where the women at? That's a gay tweet from me.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I'm checking my profile. I got 0 gay tweets, but I'll tell you this: if you like search some keywords, you could find some stuff on this profile that's pretty gay.
Let me look at
Go
the
to-
KPVQN account real quick.
We'll go to the KPVQN, hit the magnifying glass, and type in the word ninja.
No, don't do that.
No, here's the thing, Cave. You usually have heat, and the terrible tweets you have are usually things you delete after being like depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I delete quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't really delete because I don't care. My Twitter, it's my account. You can hate me if you want. I have to piss so fucking bad. How far are we into this show?
Dude, go pee, man.
Well, let me
Go to the
check how
bathroom.
far we are because I don't want to just leave. We're 45 minutes. All right, I'll leave you guys. Hold on.
Hey.
Dude, I only have one ninja tweet. I tweeted some ninjas
No, it's
just
just,
need to go.
it was about me because Lloyd replied in my tweet that was "yeah yeet."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Gotcha. I thought you had some dirt on me. Yeah, no, I never post cringe, man. I'm so good at not posting anything embarrassing.
Oh, okay, buddy. Cool. We'll see about that.
No, dude, here's the thing though, is like my old account that we're not giving out. I mean, it's private now, but I'm probably just gonna fucking nuke that thing, dude.
Cave be like, I'm on a spiritual journey, and then changes nothing.
I am on a spiritual journey, man.
Cave be like, I left for 2 weeks to come back and say I'm Muslim, and then did nothing about it.
Dude, I ran the Muslim thing for a while. I did something with it. Chill out, man. Now you're pissing me off.
Yeah, see, it's not that fun when you're being fucking ridiculed, is it?
No, it's not even cringe. You don't even have a good argument, man.
Okay. Me and Cave just kind of argued while you were gone, to be completely honest.
Oh, did you guys
No,
see
the
me
most-
singing Kokomo while I was?
No.
I kind of heard it a little bit of it.
Yeah, I was yelling. I was Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama, Monty. I don't know all the words.
Dude.
I'm so fat.
Yeah, dude. What are you gonna do about it?
I don't know, get drunk and kill myself.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'll be your sponsor, man. You get drunk and kill yourself as many times as you want.
Wait, you can get drunk and kill yourself as many times as you want.
Yeah, dude. You want me to be your sponsor too?
Sponsor? Oh no, I don't believe in having another
dude.
meal in my life.
What if I told you you could get drunk and kill yourself as many times as you want?
Nope, I don't care. No one's gonna G check me.
I'll G check you.
I've been getting into
Cool.
wearing tie-dye t-shirts.
No, you haven't.
Yes. Oh my god, I have one. Hold on.
All right, let's see. Damn, you freaky as hell.
It's not even. That's like what? Black, blue, purple.
Yeah,
It's like
black,
blue and yellow.
Yeah, it's just a little something. I have a couple.
Why have you been getting into them?
I want to dress like a 40-year-old deadhead.
Okay.
As like a bit,
That's-
or like
Nah, just like
moving in that direction?
I'm just thinking sweatpants, tie-dye t-shirts. It's just where I need
Hair
to
up,
be.
sweatpants, chilling with no makeup on.
Like, that's when you're the prettiest. I hope that you don't take that wrong.
Cool
you know?
style, man. I like looking like the guy that always like only has $10 in his bank account and is about to buy cigarettes with it.
That I wish I looked like that guy.
No, you don't want to look like that guy.
Because here's the problem. I am that guy. I don't
Yeah.
look. I don't look like that guy.
See, I look like that guy most of the time.
Yeah, I look like that. I have a wife and a young kid at home that like I should be taking care of,
Yeah.
but instead I'm sitting in the parking lot listening to Cardi and drinking Red Bull and chain smoking Camel Blues.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a truck, I would actually look like a working man.
Dude, yeah, you would. No one would even question why you're just in a parking lot to be like, oh, he's just on a perpetual lunch break every day.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That is kind of cool. You like pretend you have a lunch break and you gas, buy a lunch, and smoke cigarettes in the parking lot every day, like it's your lunch break. But then you go home and do nothing. Just like showing up to the Chipotle every day from 12:30, buying a burrito, sitting and eating it
Mm.
and shit. You just don't want to look like a guy that's going in the middle of the day every day.
Yeah. No, that's the like worst thing. I think like I dress like a Midwestern guy who like might be a contractor.
Yeah, because you do step out and drip. You wear like nicer clothes. Like you get thrifted stuff, but like a nicer style, you know?
Yeah, I mean my two modes are like Italian dad who's a union rep in quotation marks, or the guy who works for the union.
Yeah, no, 100%. 150 fucking 1,000%. Yeah. Yep.
Which I think is pretty tight.
Yeah, and Chris is discovering like his new style, and that's really exciting to see. Maybe he'll become trans one day.
I don't think I'm gonna become trans. I don't think tie-dye equals me being transgender. I think
You
Chris
did
that's
say
trans
you
life
did
would be
say
kinda
that you
fun.
could become trans for a certain amount of money.
That's right.
I mean, yeah,
I did.
couple-
I forgot about that.
a couple billion for sure.
Oh, I think your number was lower than that, Playboy.
Yeah, it was definitely lower than a couple of $1 million.
I think the number was 10 million.
Yeah,
I mean-
you're like I could convince myself that I'm trans.
That was so funny when we were like, "No, Chris, that's not how that works." And he was like, "No, I think I could do it." And we're like, "No, Chris, that's not how it works." And he's like, "No, guys, I think I could."
I can totally like I'm kind of believing it already. Like,
Fucking.
I love that we did to Chris what Cave sometimes does to himself.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
Oops.
I like that we can trick Chris into that, though, Cave. I like that we're devious little monsters.
yeah, dude. Sometimes I'm just in that mode, but it's nice when it's not happening to me. Then I feel powerful.
Right. I'm a genius, so it will never happen to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows that when they think of Clay, they think genius.
Yeah, everybody thinks of me as a freaking brain genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like you're genius. I'm wild card. Chris is deadhead.
Bronze.
Chris is transgender deadhead.
Right.
Well, like, can we not do the transgender
It's
thing? I don't have the
It's
dollars. If I had the $10 million, you guys come.
it's the what is it?
Because I would be and I'd believe it.
It's
But
the classic makeup of a good friend group. You know, everybody's got the genius, which that's George Costanza. Then we have the wild card, that's Kramer, and then we have the trans deadhead, which is Jerry Seinfeld.
Yep.
Or
it'd be really cool if like all I do is like wear tie-dye shirts for like a few months and I start like braiding my hair.
you wear lipstick to a like open mic just randomly.
yeah, you should go like gender queer. You should,
Just like-
become a they, you
so-
should become a they them for your stand up.
I did tweet today that I'm a non-binary podcaster.
Yeah,
That would be
I did see that.
it'd be so awesome. Just like track your progress and stand up over a year, and you're just like showing up in progressively like more makeup and like.
But he doesn't change his material. He still shows
yeah.
up and he goes, "What do people with Down syndrome do for 23andMe?" But he's like he's wearing a dress and like his hair is like now to like his like past his neck.
I have my nails painted a different color each one.
The rainbow on both hands.
Yeah, and I'm just like
He's wearing
what's
lipstick and took his glasses off.
Oh.
I get up there and I'm like in a dress like that. I'm like, what's a Red Roof Inn plus a shitty hotel plus a pool?
Yeah. That's kind of I feel like that's the way comedy should go.
Yeah, honestly, I mean that is the way it is going.
It's not.
Have you watched
it's
any
not,
Comedy
though.
Central Presents video online?
It's not though. All those guys who like do who I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna trivialize, transness because it's not my place. But also some of these guys who are doing things to bend gender conformity or whatever in comedy after they got caught saying something racist or whatever. Those guys, they're not doing the same material they were doing. Those guys are going up and they're being like, so apparently my girlfriend's gaslighting me, and then getting like no laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, I would have shot Kyle Rittenhouse in the courtroom.
That's
Well, it's
funnier
funny
than what they would say.
Yeah,
That is-
well,
that is
we
actually pretty good.
we see like actual funny trans people that we obviously like know from
Yeah,
wait,
online. and
really?
shit.
I'll
And-
name drop. I don't
and-
care. Fucking Grace Freud.
Yeah,
April,
you guys,
those-
Grace Freud, April, they're fucking hilarious.
They're
Fucking,
two fucking hilarious people. June.
that dude, yeah, they're all doing stand up. They're funny.
Dude, I don't know any trans people.
Grace, when I saw Grace and April do their Girl God show, and with like Sarah Squirm, like did like a set, and like a couple other people did a set. Like it was so funny. They like they did this bit where they had like this girl come up on stage, and they like tried to teach her how to do stand up comedy. And like she comes up, and they're like making fun of the way that she came up on stage and introduced herself or whatever. And then they're like, okay, so now talk about how difficult it is to be a trans woman in America. Like that's like the joke. And the fact that they did that whole thing about like
they wrote Dave Chappelle's
Chappelle's
special.
special. Yeah, like that's hilarious. That's how you make fun of shit like that. Like,
Right.
I don't know. It's like instead, like obviously there's an issue with it, but instead of like being mad about it and trying to make points, they're like, yeah, let's just make fun of how
Make fun of
stupid
how
it was.
Absurd it is that he cared this much about this
Yeah.
issue.
And it's like that's just awesome. I mean, like they honestly, there are so many incredible comedians who are trans out there. But some of these guys who are talking about being gaslit by their girlfriend. Some of these guys who are going up using these Twitter buzzwords on stage just so they can get a couple cheap laughs from women who peruse the For You page. Those guys suck. Those guys aren't funny.
Yeah. And let's also shout out the non-binary comedians, the ones that are not subscribing to the gender binary.
Yeah, like Dave Chappelle or
Yeah.
Stavros Halkias
Or even Michael Che.
right, Colin Jost, Pete Davidson,
Chris.
yeah, Chris
Yes, Chris.
from the show
Chris
Who-
Horn. Chris Horn from the Who Up podcast. I should get a new last name so it sounds catchier, like Chris Carlton.
Or what
Dude,
about
no, don't be Chris Carlton because, dude, I went to high school with a kid named Chris Carlton, and we made fun of that kid all the time. We called him Crick Car, and he could never look you like straight on. He'd always have his head at a weird angle, and he would like look at you like he looked like that South Park character that always had his like head tilted, like the retarded one.
Tweak.
No, Tweak was the caffeine kid. The like retarded kid that was like the mascot.
Timmy?
No, not Timmy.
Oh, are you talking about like his name's like Neville or some shit?
Yeah, he had his like head like him all the time, and we always called him Crick Car. So don't be Chris Carlton.
Okay, should it be Chris Showbiz?
What if you were Chrissy Critch?
I should be Chris. I should be Chris Duck comedian.
Chris the comic. but it's like Chris D capital D apostrophe comic.
Chris the comic.
Yo, that's awesome. Dude, then you pull up big ass tie-dye shirt, no pants, Converse shoes, makeup, long hair. And you start talking about retarded people having sex.
Can we talk about Ralphie May being a non-binary comic?
Yeah, basically what Ralphie May did.
Yeah, just like black people is be loud in the movie theater.
That bit is funny.
I can say it.
Look, they believe me. I've been there. I did the work.
Y'all cannot shut up in the movie theater.
Yeah. My grandpa came over here on a raft. I can say it.
Yeah.
Is he Cuban or something?
No, Ralphie. Well, no, he's dead. But
yeah, no, my dad's dead. My grandma on my dad's side was half dead, and but my mom, she's full dead. So through the transitive properties of genes, I'm also dead.
By the transitive powers vested in me.
By the trans powers in Ralphette May.
Have you ever seen, and not to just do his bit, but have you ever seen his bit about his like retarded friend?
Yeah.
Where he's like he was just retarded to us, and I don't think retarded should be that bad of a word because that retarded guy would call this kid a faggot all the time, and we all laughed at the faggot. he was like we'd be like, that's our retarded friend, and he would not get upset at all, but that faggot would get upset when that retard called him faggot. Like that was just like the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like how there's two different kinds of black people, right? There's black people and there's
right. Well, Ralphie May was in that 7XL orange leather jacket that obviously wouldn't zip. And I'm thinking about maybe that in a tie-dye t-shirt.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
If I got a 7X leather jacket, do you think it would work? Do you think I could just be Ralphie May?
Yeah, why not?
You think you just do what he did? Just all his material?
It'd be fun. Well, yeah, I think it'd be really funny if you like pulled up and can you do the voice?
No.
See, that's the thing is you got to do like the high voice and be like talking like
Well, I think it'd be even funnier if like I just accidentally stole it. Like I'm like doing my own thing, but it's just all of his jokes, mannerisms. But like I try to pass it off as my own.
Yeah. So you want to be like the guy who's got like just the worst haircut in the world, and he just washed it and didn't use conditioner, so now his hair's got a lot of volume, and it just looks really grainy. And he goes on stage in a black T-shirt and jeans, and he goes up and he's like, let me tell you about I don't. Why do we call them the homeless? And then he like does like he stutters through George Carlin material.
Yeah. Why don't fucking I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, the worst part of doing stand up is gonna have to be having to put on jeans at certain venues.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
I will do stand up in sweatpants or fucking shorts, a t-shirt. But there's like places where it's like, yeah, you need to have a jeans.
You need to like actually wear clothes to stand up.
Which is fucking annoying, man.
Well, just get like a nice pair of joggers.
Right. Well, they let black people wear whatever pants,
That's
which is
not
annoying.
true. They didn't. At
Yeah.
the mic I was at last night, they yelled at a black guy for wearing sweatpants.
Did they really? That's so gay.
Well,
Why
the
do you
week
care?
before they said no sweatpants, and he still showed up in sweatpants. So they called
Yeah.
the police, and to
And the
his
police were like,
surprise,
this black guy's wearing sweatpants. He's pranking us.
yeah. That's got to be it for this episode, though, you guys. We're gonna have to end it here.
So,
Okay.
okay. Bam Farjira.
Yeah.
Okay.
big perspective.
PVQN.
Someone
Yeah,
named Hello Kitty raped me just like my.
Cool.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, that's
We haven't
awesome.
even ended the fucking episode yet, and that's Cocaine Hitler. Anyway, thanks, guys.
Oh.
Peace out.